Welcome to another episode of the In Podcast, Paradigm Shifting. I am Brandon, aka djsilk, and thank you for coming back. And if this is your first time with me, then welcome, and I hope that this podcast is something that will improve your life. And if it doesn't, I'm doing something wrong. Reach out to me and let me know what I can do to help you out. So, this is not an episode about social unrest or politics, but just rock out with me and see where I'm going with this, okay? So any moment throughout your day can provide you with the opportunity to learn something new or to receive some clarity about how you're living your life or what is happening with the world around you. On the afternoon of Tuesday, April 20th, 2021, I was given a moment of clarity about the world around me. It was a moment right after the judge read off those guilty verdicts and the world got to watch Derek Chauvin be led away in handcuffs. That was a moment that many of us had hoped to see, but doubted that it would ever happen. As I sat on my couch, taking in that amazing moment, I watched an even more amazing moment take place on my favorite news network. The excited host, who had a couple black male contributors ready to provide reaction and perspective, asked the first contributor, "How do you feel about what just happened?" Now, although the host asked, "How do you feel?" the energy in his voice was more like, "Yo, I can't believe what just happened, and I'm so happy about it, and I know that you have to be as happy about this as I am." The contributor, who looked slightly perplexed, said something to the effect of, "I'm not happy about this outcome at all. It's sad that we live in a country where a black man who was murdered on video and with multiple witnesses isn't a guaranteed guilty verdict. We have a lot of work to do." He said what he said with some angry energy, and after he finished his thoughts, the host didn't go back to him. The host moved on to the second contributor, who expressed joy. He agreed with the first contributor, but he really just wanted to take that moment and to savor what happened. Then I checked my social media feed, where there were a lot of people who expressed discontent about the verdict. Well, they were happy about the guilty verdict, but had already moved on to the other victims of police violence. As I read the status updates that basically said, "Glad that he was found guilty, but what about this or that?" it hit me that too many of us are so concerned with what about this or that most of us will never find an emotionally happy place to live in, because there will always be something else for them to be upset about. And please don't think that I'm dismissing the other bad things that have happened or will happen because of one good thing happened. It's just that around this time a year ago, most of the cities in the country were experiencing riots, demonstrations, and general civil unrest, because we wanted accountability for what Derek Chauvin did to Mr. George Floyd. On that Tuesday of April 20th, we got what we destroyed communities for. And from what I could tell a few days after the verdict was read, that most of us feel that that although that is great that we got what we didn't think we really were going to get, what about all the other people who didn't get justice? And we have so much more work to do. I understand that we have a lot more work to do. I understand that there are too many people that have not gotten the justice they are due. I also understand the importance of taking the time to enjoy a victory. I understand the value of enjoying the feeling of success and expressing gratitude for getting what we asked for. Again, I'm not doing a piece on social justice. If you want to hear me talk about that, please join Kelly Heck and I on the DCMK podcast. The links are in the bio. This piece is about our inability to truly enjoy a victory. What is the point of getting what we want if when we get what we want, the response is to ask what's next, or what about this or that? If we can't take a moment to truly celebrate Derek Chauvin being led away in handcuffs for what he did to Mr. Floyd, then when will we ever enjoy a moment of success or victory? The foundation of happiness is having appreciation. If you can't appreciate what you have or what you've been given, then you can't be happy. It's as simple as that. It is critical to our emotional well-being that we learn when to take a victory lap, take a step back and be proud of the work we have done, even if the job isn't finished, and that we allow ourselves the time to take in those precious moments so that we can remember that feeling later on in life. What's next doesn't matter if we can't appreciate the experience of what's happening now. And the reason why what's next won't matter is because if we don't have the discipline to stop for a moment to experience right now, then we won't have the discipline to stop when we get to the whatever next is. When we get to that point, we'll be asking again, what's next? It's a vicious cycle that no one should ever want to be in. Now, it seems that it is in our nature to be forward focused. So that means it takes effort to get ourselves to slow down enough to take in the moment. Remember, it's those past moments that we wish that we had slowed down to enjoy when we do take the time in the present to reminisce. I want to make sure that we all know that it is our responsibility to allow ourselves the room to be happy when we get a victory. It doesn't matter if it's a small victory. It doesn't matter if there's still a lot of work to do. Take a little time to enjoy the victory and use that joy to be the battery in your back that pushes you forward. All we have is right now. We can't go back in time and change the past. We can't get to the future without moving through the present. So it only makes sense that we pull as much experience out of the right now as we can. When you score a victory, celebrate. Don't worry about what the next challenge, because the next challenge will most certainly tap you on your shoulder when it's time to get to work. Appreciate right now. Enjoy this moment and the next moment when it gets here. Just make sure that you don't let the past or your future steal the joy of the present. Make it a point to be present. Live in the moment. Enjoy the here and now before you charge off into the future. The future version of you will thank the present version of you for taking those moments to fully enjoy and experience life. That's it. I'm done. So enjoy your victories. Enjoy your successes. Like, life is forever ongoing until it's not and you're dead. So just take in the right now and enjoy it and really just experience as much of life as possible. Now, I would also love for you to experience the other content that I create. So make sure you're following me on Instagram at djsilk, and then go to my bio and click on that link, the Linktree link, and hit all those links and subscribe to all that content, the different podcasts that I have, my Mixcloud page, all of it. I really appreciate it. And if you want your own podcast, or you have a podcast and you need help with it, you need production, or you need a place to record, or you need editing, let's talk. Reach out to me. Let's see what we can do. If you live in my tri-state area, which is South Jersey, Pennsylvania, or Maryland, I'm in Delaware, that means we can work in person. So go ahead and reach out. Don't be shy. The worst that can happen is, as I say, I can't help you. So again, this is the podcast Paradigm Shifting. I am Brandon, aka DJ Silk. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. Until the next time, be safe, be well, and go out and do great things.